French manicures are timeless, elegant, and surprisingly easy to achieve at home with the right tools. In today's video, I'll show you step by step how to create a flawless French manicure using the Sassy Saints dip powder kit. I'll be sharing my insider pro tips, address common issues, and explain why each step is so important. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be French dipping like a pro. Before we dive into the application process, let's gather all the supplies we need for this treatment. Having everything ready will make the process smooth and efficient. So you'll need your at-home Sassy Saints manicure kit, your Sassy Saints French manicure dip tray, your dip powder colours in French Flair, Full White and Clear Consciousness. The dip powder colours I'm using for today's tutorial, I would recommend to create the perfect classic French manicure shade. But please feel free to switch up the dip powder colours to your own taste. For example, if you wanted to go for a supernatural French where the white tip doesn't stand out as bright, instead of using full white, you could opt for pure white, which would appear a lot more natural. Alternatively, if you wanted a pinkier base, then you could switch out French Flair for either Fancy French or Pink Provocative. And if you also didn't want to stick to the classic French, maybe you would prefer a neon tip, you can simply switch out Full White for whichever dip powder colour you desire. Always starting by prepping our nails. This is the foundation to any great manicure. Start by pushing back your cuticles with your prep tool. Properly prepped nails ensures your dip powder will adhere best and last longer without lifting or chipping. And then lightly buff the nail surface to remove any shine and take away any oils. So once all your nails are prepped and you've filed them to your desired shape, an optional step would be to apply our Sassy Saints dehydrator to prep the nails for best retention. So eliminating any natural oils and shine will ensure that the base coat and your dip powder adheres properly, preventing any premature lifting. If you have oilier nails, definitely consider the Sassy Saints Prime It to dehydrate the nails. Let's start by building the base for our French manicure. So the first layer is crucial for a smooth application, and it will create the foundation layer that smooths out the nail surface to prep it for our French tips. Alternatively, if you do want that bright white French tip, you can always dip into the white powder first instead of doing a full base layer of your natural pink powder. So start by applying a thin layer of base coat covering the entire nail surface whilst leaving a tiny margin at the cuticle area to avoid coming into contact with the skin surrounding the nail. This will prevent a bulky looking cuticle area towards the end when we've dipped our 4 layers. Make sure to work on one nail at a time to prevent the base coat from drying too quickly. We want to be immediately dipping our nail into the French Flair dip powder. Tap off the powder and brush away any residue with your powder brush. So at this point, if your dip powder is looking uneven once you've dipped it into the powder, or your base coat appears to be wet still, then you must have applied too much base coat. So you need to re-dip without adding any more base it. So now for the fun part, creating that crisp French tip. So this is all about precision and patience. This step defines the iconic French tip. So take your time to ensure that you keep a clean, consistent smile line. And you can do this by pouring your white dip powder into your French tray and gently shake the French tray just to level off the powder to ensure for an even application. Next, you are going to apply your second layer of base it to the entire nail and slowly guide the tip of the nail into the full white, using the French dip tray curve to guide you. Then gently remove the nail the same way that you went in and tap off any excess powder, and immediately pick up your prep tool and scoop up the pink dip powder and pour it directly over the rest of the nail whilst the base it is still wet, and then just dust away any remaining powder with your softer brush. If at this point your pink is looking patchy, your base coat might have dried too fast. Work quickly but carefully. It's okay to see any streaks for this first coat. You can use your second coat to cover up any imperfections. Make sure to repeat these steps on your remaining nails, working one nail at a time. Next, apply another thin layer of base coat, working slightly closer to the cuticle area and the sidewalls this time. Don't rush this step, take it in thin, even layers. This is key for a professional looking finish. Now slowly dip the tip of your nail into the white powder again, ensuring the smile line stays nice and clean. You can also neaten up any imperfections from that first layer. This second dip will intensify the colour payoff. And again, picking up your prep tool to pour over the pink powder all over the rest of the nail and dust away any remaining powder. Now make sure to repeat this step on all remaining nails, one nail at a time. Now let's seal everything in to protect our design. This is our fourth and final layer of strength. Apply a final thin, even layer of base coat over the entire nail, and don't forget to cap the free edge. Now dip your finger into clear consciousness and tap off any excess. Dust away any remaining powder with your soft brush. So why is this step so important? So the clear consciousness layer will seal in the design, adding some durability and preventing the colour from blending or fading when it comes to refining and shaping our nails in the next step. Make sure to repeat these steps on your remaining nails, working one nail at a time. Now let's activate the dip powder, which will harden the dip and base, allowing us to refine and shape for a salon quality finish. Apply a generous coat of Activate-It to the entire nail and wait 2 minutes for this to completely dry. Once your nails have set, you can then use the soft side of your nail file to gently refine and shape and smooth out the nail surface. When working with the file, keep it flush to the nail surface, working in long motions. Also look at the nail from different angles to indicate for any lumps or ridges that may need smoothing out. Now with your soft brush, dust away any filings. So you want to focus on filing the side walls and the cuticle area to prevent that bulky looking nail, which will finish off the shape nicely, giving that salon quality level. Take extra time and care with this step. It will really help with the overall appearance of the end result. So now you're going to apply your second generous coat of Activate-It over the entire nail surface and allow it to dry for a further 2 minutes. Once your timer goes off and all of your nails are hard, you can now go and wash your hands in some lukewarm water and dry them off thoroughly. This will prevent your Top-It brush from hardening. Finally, let's add some shine and bring your French manicure to life. Apply a thin layer of Top-It to each of your nails using 3 to 4 long brush strokes and let them dry for 2 minutes. Now repeat with a second layer of Top-It for a glossy, long-lasting finish. So please avoid touching your nails while they are drying to keep that top coat's high shine. And there you have it, a classic French manicure using Sassy Saints dip powder kit, all from the comfort of your own home. This look is timeless and super easy once you get the hang of it. Let me know in the comments how your French manicures turned out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.